Hello and welcome back to Shift Survival Podcast. And we are back with this story. It has become dark and gritty out there. Without any further ado, we will start because I am way too much excited about this episode, and as you already know, this is Darkness Within Part 2. So here we go. The forest was suffocatingly still. Some of the settlement's crew had come on a scouting mission with the party, including Abhi, SK, and none other than the mystery girl, Tanya. Although Abhi witnessed everything, he still kept a distance from her. Kriti and Arvi were not sent, since there was another mission with Rivan's crew. It was not to Abhi's liking, but he thought it was a good chance to learn more about the situation at hand, and could also fare good for Kriti and Arvi to learn to fight by themselves, without Abhi being the guide to them. The settlement's raid team had split into pairs to scout the area searching for threats, but Tanya found herself being led deeper into the woods by one of SK's men. Dash, the one with the laser eyes that could obliterate anything he sees. She had always avoided him. There was something in his smile that unsettled her. Today, that unease grew into dread. Dash kept his hand on her arm, steering her into the dense undergrowth, his words cutting sharper than his grip. "Don't look so tense, Tanya," he murmured, voice oily with intent. SK said it's fine. Said you are wasted hiding behind him. You should be useful to real men. You know what I mean? Tanya froze. Her blades stirred faintly, orbiting around her like nervous birds. But Tesh laughed. "Don't bother. You think your little knives can hurt me? One glare from these." He tapped beneath his glowing eyes. "And your ash." Abhi was on a different trajectory from her. He watched her from afar, absolutely stone cold expressions, just plain observation. His stillness was terrifying. One of the crew members called him out. "Hey, Abhi, we are heading towards the riverbed. Come quickly, you might get lost in here." "You go ahead." Abhi kept his gaze towards her. "I will join you guys." "Okay, we have our radio on. Don't get lost into the woods." "Yeah." Tesh and Tanya went deep into the woods, and Abhi was now on their tail. He tracked their footmarks and kept following behind. Dash had taken her in a secluded area which was devoid of anything living. His glowing eyes radiated red. "Now, let's get down to business, shall we?" Her stomach knotted. She wanted to scream, but the forest seemed to swallow her voice before it left her throat. A twig snapped behind them. Dash turned sharply, but was too late. Abhi moved from the shadows like a phantom, faster than Tanya could see him. His carbon fiber katana stayed at his waist. He didn't need it. Instead, in his right hand gleamed something far more mundane, far more terrifying in its simplicity. a rusted screwdriver he had scavenged from the camp. Before Tash could even flare his eyes, Abhi was behind him. One arm clamped around his throat, dragging him backward into the dark. Tanya staggered, eyes wide, watching as Tash struggled helplessly in Abhi's grip. You! What the hell are you doing? Tash snarled, thrashing. Stopping you. Abhi hissed in his ear. His voice was no longer the sarcastic, playful tone. It was flat, devoid of mercy. Abhi forced Tash to his knees, pinning his arms behind his back with one hand. With the other, he raised the screwdriver. The forest seemed to grow quieter, as if the trees themselves leaned closer to witness what came next. Your eyes, Abhi said coldly. They are your weapon, your shield, your arrogance. Take that away. You are just a trash of humanity. You think you can get away with this? SK will kill you. Tash struggling. Well, not if I kill you first. Abhi's eyes expressionless, his body calm. He was in absolute control of the situation. Let's not try anything funny. Well, you can't shoot something you can't see. You may have powers, but they are useless against me. we can talk this out. We can talk this out. Oh, there's no talking out of this. Can't you see? Ah, well, you won't be able to anyways. Tash tried to scream, but Abhi wrenched his head back and drove the screwdriver straight into his left eye. The sound was sickening. A wet crunch, followed by a howl of pain that tore through the forest. Tanya gasped, covering her mouth, her blades fluttering uselessly in panic. Abhi didn't stop. You wanted to hurt her, to own her. Then you will never see her again. He twisted the screwdriver, then pulled it free. Tash convulsed, blood pouring down his face. Before the man could recover, Abhi rammed the tool into his right eye. Another scream, shriller this time, ripped the silence apart. And then there was nothing but whimpering. Dash collapsed forward, writhing in the dirt, now blind, his so called gift destroyed. Abhi crouched beside him, whispering so low only Tash could hear. Monsters don't scare me. Men like you do. And I will make sure you understand who the real monster is. Abhi stood and tossed the screwdriver aside, whipping his bloodied hands on his shirt. He looked at Tanya, not with warmth, not with pity, but a chilling calm. He can't hurt you now, Abhi said. Tanya's voice shook. You, what did you just do? Oh, he will die. SK, he will kill me. Abhi's jaw tightened. I will handle this. And SK? He won't know a thing. You don't have to bend to their will. because I won't let you. I have seen what he did to you. No words of affirmation, but you are safe now. At least from him. Abhi darted his eyes towards Tash. Tanya's blade hovered uncertainly, reflecting her turmoil. She wanted to thank him, but her chest ached with something else, a seed of fear. Not from Tash, but from Abhi. Is he dead? No, not yet. He can survive if the bleeding is stopped. If. Abhi kept staring at the whimpering Tash, who was laying on the ground. We can't leave him here though. Anybody would understand that he was murdered by a human. No monster is capable of doing this. What are you going to do? He will come around snooping. Tanya sobbing. The ground trembled suddenly as a small pack of orcs pushed through the underbrush, snarling, their grotesque shapes barely human. Dash's whimpers drew them closer. Perfect. I have a plan. Abhi didn't hesitate. He grabbed the half conscious man, strapped a scavenge claymore to his chest, and placed him for the orcs to notice. Dash tried everything with whatever energy he had to free himself, but Abhi just tied him to a tree with a claymore facing the orcs and fled with Tanya behind the bushes. The orcs marched towards Dash, who could only hear the impending doom. He screamed on top of his lungs, but to no avail. The orcs approached and boom! The explosion that followed shook the trees, tearing the orcs apart and showering the clearing with blood and smoke. The blast echoed far enough to alert the rest of the raid team. When they arrived, weapons raised, they found only Abhi and Tanya, scarred by smoke and dirt, but alive, standing amidst the carnage of orc bodies. We barely managed to survive, Abhi said, drenched in mud and blood. Tanya just followed suit, mudding herself and looking the part. They just came out of nowhere. I heard the blast and came running. But by the time I arrived, Dash was already gone. I saw her whimpering in the corner. You guys okay? A crew member asked. Yeah, we are okay, but he didn't make it though. It's alright. You guys are safe now. We will take it from here. The rest of the crew started helping Abhi and Tanya. SK pushed through the team, scanning the wreckage. His eyes lingered on Abhi, on Tanya. Then he saw something glimmering among the bushes. His eyes caught the bloodied screwdriver still lying in the dirt. His lips curled in suspicion. But he said nothing. The others murmured in awe at the survivors. Only SK's gaze remained sharp, doubtful, like a blade hidden behind his smile. He knew Tash very well. That guy wouldn't protect Tanya and sacrifice himself. Something felt odd, and he was right on the money. Where did this explosion come from? A chill went down Abhi's spine, but he stayed calm. How would I know? I just got here. Aren't you the one who equips people with weapons? SK didn't utter a single word. His face went bitter. Huh, he must have tried to throw a grenade. Well, we can discuss this later. We should get out of here before more monsters show up. I think we have had enough for the day. As the team marched back, Tanya walked silently beside Abhi, her eyes darting to him occasionally. Gratitude, fear, confusion, it all blurred together. Abhi, however, strode forward with a calm purpose. Inside his head, though, his thoughts churned darkly. If this is what humanity has become, maybe the real war isn't against monsters at all. Maybe it's against the rot inside us. And for the first time, Abhi felt it, that dangerous shift where he was no longer just a survivor. There was darkness inside him, a part of him which was devoid of human emotions, of expressions, of empathy. It was pure stillness driven by purpose. He was becoming something else, something even monsters and humans would come to fear. With that, we end today's episode, Darkness Within Part 2. And there is so much to talk about and so little at the same time. The story says everything, and it kind of makes you question what exactly is supposed to be humanity's worst nightmare, having monsters hunt them or living in the lawless world, because that is what nature comes back to. When the rules are not there, when law is not there, when society has collapsed, there is no reason left to follow humanity. In general, you become savages. And that is exactly what this episode has given us, a darker side to humankind. But on a lighter part of things, he got what he deserved. It was coming to him. But now, who is going to come on top? Because, well, Abhi is in a pinch. Now he has to worry about the one guy who was seemingly shady from the start. How will he tackle SK? And how will SK try to bring down Abhi? Because I am pretty sure that he knows roughly what has happened. But that is for the next episode. So, until then, see you. Have a good life. Enjoy. Peace out.